diffuse. Trade fights for better views. We both need something new. Maybe we should just tell them. I shouldn't think I is so good. So long to
Hello, Harmony readers, and welcome to the Ladies Podcast. Just like bees play a crucial role in pollinating flowers and sustaining life, books pollinate minds and nurture the soul. We see the connection between the two, the delicate dance of ideas and stories that enrich our lives.
I'm Cody.
I'm Hailey.
Welcome to our podcast.
Welcome.
It's episode 66.
66.
66. We are approaching 70.
We're
fastly.
getting so close to 69, and I'm so excited.
Yeah, that's true. We do need to do something. We need to remember to do something.
Yes.
Oh.
Like spiciest spicy scenes we've ever spicied in our whole lives. Yes.
Yes. We should, we can use that to like look back on the spiciest books that we've read.
Yes.
Because most of mine have probably been announced on this podcast already. But yeah. Okay. We'll keep that in mind.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah. We're in a kind of an off day because this is Tuesday evening. We usually record on like a Thursday or Friday, but I have to go to a conference Friday. Yeah, Friday. So we're recording now so I can get everything done before I leave, which would be great. So we're going to have like a week off, roughly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Big ups for us to be
Big
recording
ups for us.
early, being on top
On
of
time,
it. Yeah.
like early. Yeah. We're usually like the weekend before. And then I edit it the night before we have it published.
We're
it's
dragging.
like crazy. Yeah. Yeah. My wife keeps telling me we need to plan to have multiple episodes like in the back burner in case something comes up like I did a couple weeks ago. And I was like, yeah, that's a great idea.
That's
it's
smart.
just, implementing that is a challenge.
But I'm so tired.
Yeah. Maybe we'll record one and then like just leave it for months, and then whenever something happens we'll just pop it in, and then we'll record another one and leave it for months.
That's wicked smart.
Yeah. Like a I don't know, a ringer,
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Yeah. But then I feel like we can't talk about anything topical. We can't say what episode it's going to be because we'll have no idea.
Oh my
So
gosh,
it'll be. Yeah. But the listeners, maybe this one is the one that we've had in the ringer, and we just set it up really smartly, and the listeners just don't know.
Yeah. You're none the wiser.
Yeah.
Listeners none the wiser.
Yeah. You guys don't know what's going on behind the scenes.
It's all smoke screen, smoke and mirrors back here, baby.
The art of podcasting, It's a mystery.
Oh, we're like the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Minus the sparkly creed
well, suit. Yes, and the lying. Well, I guess we are kind of lying, but we're not manipulating a whole village of people to worship us.
That's
so
what
I
you
guess
think.
that is better. Yeah, true. Well, I have an update on my outdoor stuff. We bought soil and bought some flower seeds.
Yay.
And we got our beds all set up. Yeah.
Garden. Woohoo.
Garden. So we planted the flower seeds last weekend. And now that the weather is pretty consistently warm, I think we're going to buy some vegetables here soon. There's a farmer's market that's close to us that has great stuff. So we bought some herbs. We bought some basil and some rosemary and chives. So I'm excited for those to grow. But we waited on the tomatoes and other stuff we were going to get because we just didn't know if we were going to get into the freeze or not. So, I think after I get back from this trip, I think we will start actually planting and gardening. I'm so excited.
Hell yeah. That's so exciting.
Yeah.
Grow your own vegetables.
It's been like years. Since I was a kid, I've never gardened because even at my parents' house, we never had a garden. Mm-hmm. My grandparents always had a huge one, but I've never had space to garden as an adult. So I'm really excited to do it.
Yeah. Our neighbors in Illinois had a huge, because our plots of land went really far back, and our neighbors had two plots. And so they had corn and cucumbers and fucking tomatoes and you name it, they had it, and squash, and so we got a lot of cucumbers.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they were giving us hella cucumbers all the time.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I think the wife wants cucumbers. I'm gonna do tomatoes. I think we'll do like 2 different tomatoes, like the regular kind, and then there's a Virginia beef steak kind of tomato that I think we might try.
Hell yeah.
We'll do cucumber, probably a couple cucumbers because my wife loves cucumbers, and then I might do like a pepper, like an interesting spicy pepper or something.
Like
But
a habanero.
we'll see. We don't have a whole lot of space. Yeah, there were a couple ones that I hadn't heard that were at the farmer's market, and I wish I could remember what they were called, but I want to try something different that I've never tried before. So, and maybe tomatillo. I love tomatillos, and I kind of want to do that too.
Yeah, you could do...
I love green salsa.
Yes. You could do pepperoncinis or banana peppers, whatever you want to call them. Same thing.
Yeah, I love those too.
Yeah, I love pepperoncinis.
Yeah, me too.
Not a good big fan of jalapenos, but or as I say in the Midwest,
I like jalapenos. I like them pickled.
Oh, pickles are good.
Jalapenos.
Pickled.
I like pickled jalapenos. Yeah.
I can get down with some pickled asparagus.
Pickled asparagus is good.
Down with some pickled
okra is good too.
I don't think I've ever had pickled okra, which is funny enough because I've lived in the Midwest for a hot minute, but
yeah, pickled okra is really good. Pickled anything, honestly. I love pickled anything.
Pickles are amazing.
For the most part.
Pickled beets. I can get down with some pickled beets.
I don't know if I've tried pickled beets. That might be something I wouldn't be into.
I'm not a big fan of regular beets, to be honest, but pickled beets.
Yeah, I'm not either.
Yeah.
I'll have to try that. I don't think I've seen that.
Really?
So I'll have to try that. Yeah.
Oh man, now I want a jar of pickles.
Pickled chicken's feet.
Ew.
Have you seen that?
I've seen it, but
growing up in the town that I grew up in, there's a pretty big Hispanic population there, and it's very popular in the Hispanic population. And I've never tried it, but I've seen them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would try it. I wouldn't buy a jar to try it, but if somebody offered it to me, I would try it.
I would probably not because
I'm also weird that way.
Yeah,
I'll try anything once.
Yeah. We also had a really big Hispanic population where I grew up, and we lengua and all that other miscellaneous meats.
Yeah.
I'm sure I probably ate it because I probably didn't know better, but I cannot consciously know that it's brain or tongue or whatever.
Yeah, I don't think I've had brain, and I wouldn't have brain because of cheek. Brain I won't have because of the what is it called?
Oh, mad cow disease.
Prion disease. Yeah. Because that shit's deadly, and you could get it 10, 20 years after you eat it and have no idea.
Yeah.
And I don't want to fuck with that. I don't want that.
That's fair.
But I've had tongue. I've had cow tongue. I don't think I've had cheek, but I've had cow tongue, and it's really good.
Yeah.
If it's cooked right.
Or intestines. No, thank you.
I don't think I've had intestines. I would try it though. I will literally try anything. On Survivor, when they used to do that gross food challenge, I think I would be good at it because I will try anything once. I will go for it. I won't buy it necessarily because I don't want to waste the food, but
that's fair.
If somebody offers it to me, I will try it.
Yeah. I think if it's cooked in a way that I don't know what it is, sure. But if I find out what it is, I will probably be disgusted. And it's just I don't know. Anyways. I don't like I'm one of those people where I'll eat like if I'm eating chicken and it starts to taste too much like chicken, then it's game over. I will have to stop eating it. And that's with any fish,
my wife
chicken,
is like that too.
Beef, pork, it doesn't matter. If it tastes too much like whatever it is, I'm like, even eggs. Sometimes eggs are they're too eggy.
They're too eggy.
And then I'm like, no, I can't do it. But I love eggs and everything, so I'm a big egg girly. So.
Yeah.
But,
I get that.
God, now I want pozole and forget.
Yes.
Home.
Yes.
Even though it's
well, do you know what else I want to try? Oh.
What? What else do you want to try?
I want to try the books we're reading.
Hell yeah. I don't know if you want to try my book, but sure.
Yeah. I'm actually excited to hear about your book. Do you want to go first?
Sure.
Okay.
So I finished A Pack for Autumn by Emilia Emerson.
Let's go.
And
Love it.
I was telling Cody prior to hitting record, that it's
Off mic, as the pros call
off
it.
mic. We're professionals. It went from 0 to spicy real quick, because it was like, oh, this is so cute and like warmth and like a why choose. So I kind of had an idea that it was probably gonna get there, and then it just zoomed right into it, and I was like, oh. And then for the rest of probably like the last 3/4 of the book was pure just spice the whole time. And it was nice though, because like the plot was still progressing, which is kind of the whole point. Not to say that I don't enjoy pure smut books every once in a while, but yeah, it was really cute though, because like, I don't know, like the main character has like found family, and she has like, there's some like disability representation, and a lighthouse is involved. She's a lighthouse keeper.
Oh,
which is
nice.
really cute.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, and like each of the characters has like a little bit of depth, where like they have like some past history, and like all the guys in the like why choose part are like prior friends, like they grew up together. So that was interesting. Very like cozy with lots of smut. That's
Perfect.
Yep. Perfect, like, quick weekend read.
Yeah. Are you going to put this in the honeyed frenzy category then?
Oh, absolutely.
Smell.
Like, immediately. Immediately honey frenzy. Immediately.
Okay.
Yeah. It was...
Okay. I like it.
Holy crap. I was like, wow, this got real spicy real quick. But yeah.
Yeah.
Good book, though.
Yeah.
Well written.
Great. Good.
Yeah.
Good. Sounds great. Yeah, you're right. I don't think I would like probably search this book out for myself, but I told my wife about it.
Oh, yeah.
So she might try it.
Yeah, if she does.
I think she'll like it.
Yeah. I was going to say, I hope she likes it. It's definitely not...
Is it a series?
Huh?
Is it a series?
Kind of, yes, like, but in a standalone way. Like,
okay.
I think I think if you read each one in its own, then it's not like you have to like read them in a progression. But yeah,
okay.
Very good. But yeah, it is. There's some. Has she read Bride by Ali Hazelwood?
No, I bought it for her, but she hasn't tried it yet.
Okay. Well, there's some common.
But she's
themes,
read like. Okay.
But not vampires.
She I don't know if she wants me to talk about this on the podcast or not, but she read a book that had to do. Yeah, I might ask her if she's okay with this and cut it out. I forget the name of the book, but it is basically an alien spider romance. One of her previous coworkers got her on.
Hell yeah, I love that.
She said it's really similar to Ice Planet Barbarians.
Yeah.
And I think she's going to read the whole... that's a series, and I think she said she's going to read the series, but...
Yeah.
So that's what she just finished, so...
Okay. So she'd probably be, like, totally fine with this dynamic.
Yeah. You know, she's absolutely into the white shoes, and the reverse harem is not something she's a stranger to in the reading world, so, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's... Then she'd probably like this book. It's very cozy, though, I must say. Like, it's definitely like a fall read.
I was gonna say it felt like it was a nice fall cozy read when you talked about it last week, because you hadn't gotten to the spicy bits yet, but yeah.
Oh boy, did I get into them though. I was like, wow,
love it.
This was a lot.
Love it.
All right, well, enough about my book. What about your book?
Well, I I think I've actually gotten out of a book slump finally. I was telling Hailey off mic when we were talking about what we were going to talk about today, that I've been kind of like in between books and I've been having a hard time reading. I really haven't felt motivated to read, if I'm being completely honest. And that's kind of because I think there's just been a lot of great TV shows out lately that have taken my time. Speaking of which, the Last of Us, my gosh, what a show, what a show. We don't have to get into it. I feel like I'd talk about that for a whole podcast episode.
Same.
But so I've been busy watching TV, but I picked up a book after DNFing another book. And this one I've actually tried to read before, and I like just barely started it and just didn't have time to finish it or read it. It's called Iron Flame by Xiran Zhao, I believe is how you pronounce the author's name. Forgive me, I didn't have time to look it up, but I think I'm close. And this is it's described as a young adult, but I feel like it's more new adult. The main character is 18. She lives this is an alternate world, but it's similar to China here in our, dimension. And in this world, there are robots that are manned by your chi that you have, and the stronger your chi, the better your robots are. And only men have been allowed to man these robots. Women are used to help man the robots, but they die in the process. Wow. So men are like the drivers, and they kind of use women as a vessel to move their power, but that ends up killing the women in the process. And this is a woman character who feels like, I don't know if she identifies solely as a woman. That might remain TBD, so maybe I'm not far enough in the book to talk about that yet. But basically, she ends up enlisting in the women's service, which is called the concubine. She enlists in this concubine service to help run a robot with a person who killed her sister, and she wants to kill the guy who killed her sister as vengeance, and he's one of the people that run these machines, and he's very powerful. And she kind of ends up realizing that she can run the machine without the man. Wow. And she doesn't die in the process. So it's kind of evolving from that. It's about as far as I've gotten, and I don't want to go much further because I feel like that's ruining the plot. But it's really good. It's kind of like Mulan, except with cool robots.
Cool. Listen, big fan of Mulan.
It feels very Mulan to me. Yeah, me too.
It sounds really good.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It's definitely a commentary about women in society and Chinese culture, I think. So I'm really excited to continue with it. There is a sequel that I'm really excited to get to as well. If this book continues on as it is right now, I think I'm going to be really excited about it. So look forward to that. And I also started a new audiobook. I finally finished an audiobook I've been working on for a long time called The Hemmingses of Monticello. I think I talked about it like a month and a half ago. I've been reading it forever. I finally finished it, and I'm now starting Columbus Day, which is the first book in the Expeditionary Force series by Craig Alanson. And this is basically a classic alien attacks Earth novel. It turns out the aliens that attacked Earth are actually in another war with other aliens, and Earth was just like the temporary stop that they made. And they end up enlisting the humans to fight with them against the other bad aliens. And that's what the book's about so far. Yeah. I'm not very far into it. It's supposed to be really funny. It's kind of, people tell me it's similar to Dungeon Crawler Carl in a lot of ways. I think this is a really large series too. I'm not entirely sure, but I think there's like over 15 books in the series. So it seems like it's quite an investment, but I'm excited to try it. I'm listening to it. It's really fun, and it sounds like a book I'll enjoy. So I'm just excited to dive more into it.
Yeah, sounds like it. Dang, that's cool. That sounds really, you sound like you're reading really good books.
Yeah, I love the sci-fi, classic sci-fi alien attack. Yeah. And I love Mulan too, so it kind of makes sense to have a Mulan-esque book.
Yeah, and I love like I don't know if it's like considered a trope or like a micro trope or what, but like the like women finding out that like men have been lying the whole time, and then they like
Yes.
raise the world.
Yes.
That I love.
This is very much that. Yeah, it's very much like that. Like R.F. Kuang does this in the Poppy Wars to a certain degree. There's been other books that I've talked about on the podcast that have done this. The Night Ends with Fire was one that was very much more like a Mulan actual retelling was like this. So yeah, it's something that I enjoy, and yeah, I'm just really enjoying it. Great.
Dang.
Enjoying being back into reading.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Right? I know. I feel like we were both in kind of a book slump for a bit.
We were. Yeah, we were. It's been a busy year.
It has.
100%.
And the year won't stop.
The year won't stop. Time just keeps going.
Damn
That's
you,
what
time.
they tell us, and it's true. Yep. Well, should we dive in? I don't think we have any beekeeping, unless you have any beekeeping that you want to talk about, Hailey.
No. No? No. I don't think so.
No. We have like some beekeeping, but it's kind of a part of the main event, so I think we could just jump into it. This episode, as you probably know by the title, because you can read on your podcast listening app, and I tell you what that is in the title. Obviously, we don't keep that a secret. We're going to cross off an item on our 2025 reading challenge, which is to read a short story. And we're actually going to do this by announcing our next co-read. So for May, we are going to read Octavia Butler's short story called Bloodchild.
Hell yeah.
Which is, I'm pretty sure, a standalone short story.
Yeah.
It's 31 pages according to Goodreads, so very short. It's published in 1984, so this actually also qualifies for 2 potential items on the reading challenge, which I'll read here in just a second, because we also had read a book that's 10 years older, 10 years or older, so this could also fit for that. And this is interesting because this is going to be our first non-romance co-read.
Hell yeah.
Which Hailey's excited about.
Excited.
I'm definitely excited about, but Hailey's excited about it. She's going to dive into the sci-fi world with me.
I'm branching out, you guys. Be proud of me.
Yeah, we're so proud. And maybe I'll just give a little taste of the synopsis for the book, or the summary, or the introduction. Years ago, a group known as the Terrans left Earth in search of a life free of persecution. Now they live alongside the Tlick, an alien race who face extinction. Their only chance of survival is to plant their larvae inside the bodies of humans. When gone, a young boy is chosen as a carrier of Tlick eggs. He faces an impossible dilemma. Can he really help the species he has grown up with, even if it means sacrificing his own life?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds like classic Octavia Butler.
Yeah.
So
sounds very sci-fi. Also, I'll be really interested to see how all of that depth gets jam-packed into that little of pages. Seems like a very small short thing for such, I feel like, an intense story plot.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think that's the challenge of short stories, right? Is to like make that impact with such huge pages. And even this is like a little long for a short story, 31 pages, but really it's not that long by any means. So I'm excited. I guess we should, before we continue, talk about the whole reading challenge and list the other things that are on the challenge. So the first one's read a translated book. Second is read a book at least 10 years old, which this would qualify for if you want to qualify for that. The third is read a short story, which this one also qualifies for, obviously. One that we've talked about already is read either a book that's been on your TBR for over a year or the oldest book on your TBR. We did that in episode 61. Read a diverse romance book. Read a book with an old school romance cover, Harlequin, for example. Read a book with a really cool edition, sprayed edges, etc. Go on a blind date with a book. Ooh, that reminds me. I have something I want to talk about.
Ooh, yes.
Maybe I have beekeeping.
Hell yeah.
Visit an author signing, virtual or in person. and visit your local library, browse, get a card, participate in an event, whatever, which is very important. We talked about libraries last week. We'll probably do this very soon as well. So keep on the lookout for that. But yeah, that is our 2025 reading challenge. I don't think we've officially said this, but I feel like if you want to count a book for 2, yeah, I think that's fine. I don't think there's any problem with that.
No rules here.
I think we're gonna try to do separate books just for our own sake and making sure we have an episode for each topic. But feel free to qualify this for 2 books if you want to. I'm fine with that. Yeah. So I think we were going to do this for May. So this is going to be May's co-read. It's going to be short. So I think we're probably going to do, I don't know, like 1 episode on it, honestly.
Yeah.
What do you
Maybe
think?
2.
Maybe 2.
Yeah. Maybe. Maybe like a synopsis of like what we thought. Like maybe like a recap or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. That might be good. We might do that. I also think it's pretty relatively available. I'm pretty sure it's on Kindle Unlimited, and I bet you can probably find it for free on a lot of other websites as well. So,
or go to your library.
You don't have to buy it. Go to your library and get it. Yes, of course. It's probably on Libby near you, so go check it out there. Yeah, and I'm really excited because kind of why we're doing this is I'm a big fan of short stories, and I feel like they kind of get underrepresented in the reading space. And even for me who likes short stories, I feel like I don't read enough of them because I sometimes have a hard time tracking them. I don't really know how they fit. I tend to read anthology of short stories, but not just short stories on their own. And I kind of want to get out of I want to get out of novels and try to look more into short stories because there's really great work being written by amazing authors like Octavia Butler who write this amazing fiction. Stephen King had still does have a very prolific short story writing career, and so many other authors do as well. So it's just a good way to find more content and find new authors that might have novels out there you would be interested in after reading the short stories.
Yeah. True that. And I'm really excited about getting into Octavia Butler. Like that one TikTok that I think we talked about in a previous episode. Where she kind of like does a little bit of a I don't know, synopsis, I guess, for lack of a better term, of all of the books that were actual like whole story, not short stories. And I remember actually she did mention the Bloodchild.
I believe I wish I could remember her name. I think we talked about her when we talked about TikTok last.
I saved
and
her.
she gave an academic summary.
Yeah, and it was really good. I really liked it.
It was really good.
So I was like, man, maybe
I don't think she mentioned Bloodchild because I think she only talked about this like the series that she wrote. Yeah. Because according to this TikToker that we're talking about, and I'll post it in the show notes. I'll go back and look at it and post her link in the show notes. So sorry for that we don't have it off the top of our head. But she talked about how the series are what Octavia Butler always wanted to write. She wanted to write series only and not standalone books. And so she kind of used the 3 different series that Octavia Butler wrote throughout her life as kind of a sequence of what's happened. And they're kind of in the same universe, so to speak, is according to her. It was really interesting. Really, really interesting. Yeah. For sure. And accurate. I mean, so far, based off of Parable of the Sower being like pretty spot on, all things considered.
Because history repeats itself.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm really excited too. I love Octavia Butler. I think you're going to like this book, the short story, a lot. She's a great writer. I just love her writing style, and I think it's going to be amazing.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So keep on the lookout. I think we'll probably officially post or talk about it next week, what the layout's going to be. But if you want to go ahead and procure it and read it, we'll definitely tell you when we're going to be spoilery with it. So, you don't have to worry about that because we don't want anybody to get spoiled who doesn't want to. But yeah, I'm excited to do a co-read. We haven't done one in a while, so it'll be a lot of fun. Excited to check something off on the 2025 challenge. That'll be really nice as well. And yeah, it's just great. Yeah.
Did you have?
Do we have anything else to
I
say?
was gonna say, did you have beekeeping, or did you already say that and I just checked out?
Oh, yes. No, I did. When we talked about blind date with the book,
Yes.
my wife and I went to the farmer's market this last weekend.
Hell yeah.
We talked about that earlier. And one of the booths had a blind date with the book set up where it was cardboard and it had a little index card that talked about what the book was. And it was very like funny, quirky comments on the book. And then it came with a snack. So we both got like wafer type things. And it came with a tea bag, like a
Hell
tea
yeah.
bag. Different tea bags. And so you could kind of like pick the book and also the snack and the tea bag it came with. So my wife got a romance that was a kingdom romance, like
Hell
a prince and princesses romance. I forget the name of it. And then mine was a sci-fi that was a Timothy Zahn book. It's part of a series. And I forget the name of the one specifically I got, but it also seems like an alien invasion type of series. So we both had fun with it. It was really cheap too, like $10 per book.
Wow.
Because they were used. Yeah. So it was like, you got a book, you got a treat, you got a cup of tea. It was really fun. We really liked it.
That's cool.
It was a really cool idea. Yeah, I've seen a lot. I've done like one other blind date with the book at a store, but it was like a brand new book. So it was like $30. But this one was really fun.
Hell yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
Man. I need to go do that. Our farmer's market's starting up soon. I think it's the first weekend in May, and
yeah.
I'm very, very excited.
Let's go.
So that means...
Yeah, I think we have 2 here.
Dang.
But we've only gone to 1 so far since we've been here. So, yeah.
I really like our farmer's market. And we have, like, a really nice... They're kind of expensive, but that's fine. Flower stall, because the people... well, yeah, it's fine. I don't care. The people that go to Pike Place Market in Seattle, for anyone that's ever been to Seattle, Pike Place Market, they have a huge flower. Well, I say that I haven't been in a while, so I don't know if it's still there. Should be though. A huge flower
Probably still there.
stand of like beautiful flower bouquets.
Yeah.
And I used to, every time that we went to the farmer's market, I would get myself my flower bouquet, and I'm really excited because I hope that they're there this year, and I'm always willing to pay prices for a beautiful array of flowers. So, yeah. Yeah.
Plus, it goes to local people, which I love too. Yeah.
Yes.
That's great. Yeah, spring has sprung. It is farmer's market season for the most part.
Yeah.
So go out there and find out what you have.
For real. Go to your local farmer's market because they have cool stuff and they support local, and
yes,
you never know what you might
100%.
find. Might be fun.
100%. Okay, well, is there anything else you want to chat about, or you feel good?
Well, I kind of started writing again, which is fun.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Very fun.
Yeah. So I'm like,
cool.
I'm hella words
Stay
in.
tuned.
Yeah. I'm like,
yeah.
I think I wrote just like a stream of consciousness, nothing like sequenced or any of that. But it was like, I think my word count said it was like 30,000 words.
Oh, wow.
So like
that's good.
Shit ton.
I feel like we talked about this, but I forgot to bring it back up. Have you heard of NaNoWriMo?
Yes.
Since last time did you do April's? I think they do
No.
Camp NaNoWriMo in April.
No, I didn't.
It might be May. I forget, but it's instead of the official one, which if you don't know, NaNoWriMo is National Novel Writing Month. And that's November. And they always do a challenge where you have to, I think it's 50,000 words in 30 days, which is crazy. But obviously you write 50,000 words and then you end up editing it for like ever, because obviously writing 50,000 words, you don't have time to edit it. So it's not going to be a finished novel. It's like you said, stream of consciousness. Yeah. And then I think it's April, they have a Camp NaNoWriMo where it's the same thing, except not as restrictive. Like they don't really have a word count. You just like write for the month and like track it. And there's a NaNoWriMo website where you go on and like, you track how you're doing and you get badges and you can if you have other people that are doing it, you can like see each other's progress and, you know, support them that way. So it's pretty fun.
Yeah. I was surprised that it went to 30,000. I want to say it was 30,000. I hope it wasn't like 3,000, but that would be
That's
silly
great
count if it was. I'm gonna look. Where's my word count? Yeah, 30,584 words.
Nice.
But that's like character sheets and shit, so.
Yeah, but still,
Pretty good.
I say it counts. Yeah.
Yeah. So, more to come
Heck
on that, I
yeah.
guess.
More to come. Publish author soon.
Maybe. TM.
TBD. Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be fun.
I did a book for one NaNoWriMo. Maybe it was 2 years ago. I think I got to around the 30,000 page mark, and then I kind of lost my steam and didn't finish. And then I looked back at it and I was like, this is actually not anything that I really want to continue with. So I never really did much with it. But you know, one of my goals, my private goals, I guess I'm going to say it out loud so now it's public, is to write a short story and submit it to get published. Maybe I've talked about this before.
Yes. Well, we have.
And like, I don't care if it doesn't get published, I don't care. I just want to send something out to potentially get published.
That'd be cool.
You know, so
We never know.
yeah, it would be. You never know.
Could get turned into a movie.
Yeah.
Could become a millionaire. Who knows?
Could be the next Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Except I won't be a shitty person after I become rich and famous. Yeah.
Except I won't be a piece of shit.
Yes, exactly. That is hopefully how it will go for me. I really hope I don't turn into a piece of shit when I make money.
Right? Yeah, because you never know.
You never know, but I really, really hope not. I'd like to think my
think so.
morals live above that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stay home.
Cool. Well, that's great. You'll have to keep us surprised on that. That's beekeeping for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if you are reading a short story or writing a short story or writing a novel, you should send us an email. And you can do that by going to booksandbeespod@gmail.com. You can also talk to us on Instagram. Books and the Bees Pod is where you can find us there. We'd love to hear what you're doing, what you're writing, what you're reading, and just want to chat with you. So feel free to email us, slide into our DMs on Instagram, all that stuff. We would greatly appreciate it. And we'd also appreciate it if you gave us a 5-star review on your podcast listening app, whether that be Spotify or YouTube. Give us a like on YouTube. Any of that stuff would be really helpful because it helps get more listeners for us, and that will help grow the podcast. And we want to grow the podcast as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you for that.
Hell yeah.
And then yes, thank you. And then we'll give a shout out to the American Indie for the use of their song Rendezvous. It's the intro and outro to a podcast. It's a bop. Go listen to them. You can find their link, as always, in our show notes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, we hope you enjoyed this literary journey as much as we did. If you're buzzing with excitement, don't forget to subscribe, email us, and leave a high 5-worthy review on your podcast listening app. Until next time, happy reading, and may your shelves be filled with tales as enchanting as a blooming garden. Keep the buzz alive, and we'll catch you in the next chapter. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.